My name is Stephen Beach and I am the new director here at the facility. And we wanted to give you a little bit of history and background on what we do. The genesis of the community center was from the Wellesley JCs organization in the early 1970s. And the idea was to create a community-wide platform for various civic events. So in 1977, we opened our doors as a privately funded 501c3 nonprofit, where we leased the land from the Wellesley Friendly Aid Society, who has all of the property here that we commonly see at the intersection of Route 16 and Washington Street. We are here through funding from private donations, our lease customers, such as the Council on Aging, Kid Stuff Nursery School, the Massachusetts Garden Federation, as well as rental income from private functions and corporate functions that are held here. We have 11,000 square feet and we have 4 halls which we use for various applications. Hoffman, which is named after the Hoffman Insurance Agency here in Wellesley. We have the garden room, which was originally spec'd as a floral arrangement workshop, plant potting work area. That's why it has a tile floor with drains in it, of all things. We have the Henderson Hall, which is named after Ernie and Mary Louise Henderson, who were one of our major benefactors, like the Hoffman family. And below, our largest meeting hall is Babson. So we keep the place busy. We have events here, sometimes 18 hours a day, and we are open 7 days a week with a rotating schedule. We are also fortunate enough to have a commercial kitchen on the upper level, which was recently refitted, which makes the catering crowd very happy because it gives them all of the type of hardware and equipment that they are accustomed to in their own places of business. The 3 tenants that we have currently at 219 Washington Street include Council on Aging's administrative offices. They do a marvelous job with crafting agendas, seminars, workshops, and other tremendous outreach initiatives for seniors here in town. We have the Garden Federation general offices. Interestingly enough, the garden activities that take place here at the Wellesley Community Center are very broad, very deep, have a tremendous history, and you will see later on in the program an interview with Lynn Hoyt, who runs that operation.
My name's Lynn Hoyt and I'm the office administrator for the Garden Club Federation of Massachusetts. The Federation is considered one of the largest all-volunteer organizations in the state because of the number of garden club members and because of the activities that they do quite often to beautify or maintain gardens and parks in their towns. And there are 5 clubs in Wellesley. There's the Wellesley Garden Club, the Wellesley Garden Study Group, the Wellesley Gardeners Guild, the Hills Garden Club of Wellesley, and the House and Garden Club of Wellesley. So there's quite a few right here.
One of our most frequent organizations that come here is the Wellesley Hills Women's Club. In fact, they are having a very exciting agenda featuring Kelly Tuttle of WCVB Channel 5.
As I mentioned, it was the Friday before Christmas in 2006. I was in the middle of planning Christmas for my young children. The girls were just 2.5 and 6 months old at the time. And I discovered my own lump shortly after I stopped breastfeeding Cecilia, the youngest. I thought it was a clogged duct. I didn't think anything was really wrong, and that's why I agreed to go for that follow-up appointment the Friday before Christmas. Long weekend Christmas. Further tests would show it was indeed invasive breast cancer and that I would require a lot of treatment. At Channel 5, we believe participating in our community is really important. I think a lot of us make time to do a variety of charitable events, including speaking to people about what we do and why we do it. The airwaves belong to all of us, and I think it's important for people in the community to understand what Channel 5 is all about.
My name is Nancy Hoffer. I'm president of the Wellesley Hills Women's Club. We are a group of women dedicated to enhancing the community through philanthropic activities. We meet at the wonderful Wellesley Hills Community Center, usually the first Wednesday of the month. We have unbelievably interesting programs, including authors, museum trips, musical presentations, book reviews, and television personalities. We are always looking for new members, and if you would like to join us, please come any Wednesday, the first of the month at 1 o'clock for our programs. Our main goal for our fundraising is to provide scholarships to the Wellesley High School seniors.
We were founded in 1890 by a few ladies in the town and continued with much and a lot of civic responsibility, and really had an effect on the way this town developed.
They have 4 schools which they sponsor, and there's a landscape design school, a gardening study school, flower show school, and environmental school.
We continue to have our meetings 5 times a year.
To illustrate further the activity and the energy that takes place here at the Wellesley Community Centers in Henderson Hall, we have the Wellesley Arts Society, which is under the aegis of Bobby Surratt, and every April her students and organization turn over all of the artwork, which, by the way, is available for sale. So come this spring, we will see a fresh crop of pieces hanging on the wall upstairs in Henderson Hall. On the lower level, we have Kid Stuff Preschool, run by Sue Sullivan. She is the principal of the organization and has been serving little kids for a matter of decades and is a real pro in the pre-kindergarten business.
I'm Sue Sullivan, co-founder of Kid Stuff Nursery School. I opened up the nursery school along with my friend Barbara McGrath in 1978 at the Wellesley Community Center.
My name is Dawn Robshaw. I work here at Kid Stuff Nursery School. I've been here for 33 years this September. And we offer a stimulating, creative curriculum for children 2 years, 9 months to 5 years old.
When all the kids are here, we start our day with circle time, which includes the weather, the day of the week, the calendar, what we plan to do for today.
Each day we always have a story, and it's usually incorporated into what we're teaching.
Bang! The barn door blew shut behind him. Up in the hayloft, Shadow opened his eyes. He looked down.
I've always wanted to work with kids. I've been here forever. It seems like forever. We have the best families, and it's just a fun place to be.
Isaac Sprague was a very famous member of the Wellesley community, and he donated a lot of things, and one of the things is he allowed the Women's Club to have their meetings at his barn. And then we went to the Morris Club, which was for many, many years. That burned down, and finally when the community center was founded, then we came here, and the community center provides us with space, permanent space, to keep all of our china and silverware and all, which is it's wonderful that they do that.
It's a very large organization. It's been around since 1927. It was founded. It was incorporated in 1949. And at the moment there are almost 12,000 people from across the state who are Garden Club members, and about 190 clubs.
Here were these ladies who didn't have the vote, but had a great influence on Wellesley. Some of the things that they did in the past were they founded the PTA, they founded the Friendly Aid, they founded the Girl Scout Council, they founded the Junior Women's Club, which is now a very active member of our community, and they founded a lunch program which they supplied the food and the work and all for 19 years.
Along the lines of the Council on Aging, just to illustrate how creative they can be, or they are, they actually have a teddy bear manufacturing group which meets here several times a year in the tolls room on the lower level, and they literally design and fabricate turnkey teddy bear products for shipment for charitable purposes. They do the design, fabric choices, they have the seamstress in-house, and they do all of the assembly and stitching right here in the lower level. It's unbelievable.
Dawn and I still look forward to it every day, even though it has been since 1978, just because we're working with such great families and great kids.
Everything that we do here is to get ready for kindergarten. So our main purpose is to foster caring relationships with other children, and they learn through play. What's that Halloween one you like?
5 little pumpkins.
Sing that one.
5 little pumpkins sitting on the gate. The first one said, "Oh my, it's getting late." The second one said, "There are witches anywhere."
We have a dramatic play area, a sand table. We have gross motor activities out at the playground.
One of the little girls who came here when she was 4 is now married and has a family of 3, and we've had her children come. So we're actually in second generation.
All my children have come here for nursery school, and now they're all grown. My son is married, and they're all beginning their new lives with families, and it's like a circle.
One little girl came in and she had her shoes on the wrong feet. And I looked at her and I said, "Maggie, your shoes are on the wrong feet." She looked at me kind of puzzled, and she looked down at her feet, and she looked up, still puzzled, and she said, "But these are my feet."
I can't imagine my day without kids in it. I mean, I get up in the morning, I come here, and I just can't wait for my day to start. And one of the first days that I came to school, I remember meeting a child, and she said to me, she asked what my name was, and I told her my name was Dawn, and she said, "What kind of a name is that for a woman like you?" I will never forget that, because you never know what they're going to say to you, and it's always different. Every day is it's just great.
I really am proud of the fact that the women in Wellesley did so much to influence the town for better, and still do it. Our main interest now are scholarships, college scholarships for our Wellesley High School students.
Many people want to try to do their room bookings over the phone, but I always suggest they come and visit, because it helps inform them and allow them to make the best decision for their function needs. The easiest way to get a hold of us is info@wellesleycommunitycenter.org, or you can call us on our main number. But generally, that's what I tell folks to do. It's our general mailbox. We do respond, and yes, you should come down and visit so we can give you a tour and you know exactly what is where and how the facility can best meet your needs.